You've got Power of Thor and Regal Prince in the first race.
See, both the horses are very genuine horses. We are running Power of Thor with Joy Chinoy, and Regal Prince is being ridden by my ex-apprentice P.S. Kaviraj. I see one horse there who's run very well in the Independence Cup, which is a much higher level, called Amped.
Yes.
And I think it's all about beating him. Otherwise, he should be very difficult to take on.
Yeah, she's running again in the first race as usual. I've got 3 first races already now.
Correct.
But that's not the problem. The problem, she's got a very decent chance, but I have to beat Amped because his last run in the Independence Trophy was very promising. He's come from a little way off the pace and run on a close third to Leto and Souza. Yes. Definitely that was a higher class and at a lower weight, but now he's running in a lower class at a higher weight. So now whether that suits him or not, we have to see. Well, I've not really done much track work with her, being a light filly. I've just cantered her and I've given her 1 or 2 open last 1 furlong open canters.
Yeah.
She's maintained herself. She's not lost too much weight like she does in Bombay.
Correct.
So that's
Pune
a good
weather
sign. Is the Pune weather suiting her, and she enjoys Pune.
Correct.
And let's hope the track stays dry because she likes it hard. The little soft in the going, she's not very happy. Yes, fingers crossed. Like I still said, have to beat Am.
Horse called Red Carnation. He's come back from a setback. He used to have a blood vessel problem. He seems to have got over it. He has a lot of class.
Okay.
A 5 kilo boy, Mustaqim Alam, is riding him, and I've given him a chance because this horse definitely has a fluke chance.
Okay.
I can't say 100%, but definitely an outside chance. Actually, the field is very evenly matched, so I wouldn't put my neck out for any other horse.
He had a run this season, but I think he'll need one more. He's had a very bad setback. I operated on him for his throat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he's just coming up. He'll require. I think he'll need this run to come up, and he should give a better performance next time. Yeah, I think everybody has to beat Nazi's horse Enlightened over there.
Horse called Red Carnation. He's come back from a setback. He used to have a blood vessel problem. He seems to have got over it. He has a lot of class.
Okay.
A 5 kilo boy, Mustaqim Alam, is riding him, and I've given him a chance because this horse definitely has a fluke chance.
Okay.
I can't say 100%, but definitely an outside chance. Actually, the field is very evenly matched, so I wouldn't put my neck out for any other horse.
He had a run this season, but I think he'll need one more. He's had a very bad setback. I operated on him for his throat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he's just coming up. He'll require. I think he'll need this run to come up, and he should give a better performance next time. Yeah, I think everybody has to beat Nazi's horse Enlightened over there.
I have 4 runners. One is a horse called Endeavour, to be ridden by Sandesh. In this race, there is a 3-way contest. You have a horse called Skyfalls, which won impressively last time. There's a horse called Market King. We've all raced together. On the handicap, I've suffered. I'm giving a lot of weight to the other horses. It's going to be a nice race, interesting race. I hope I can pull it off.
Mystic Bay, he's a 6-year-old. He had a race over here in Pune. He's running a 6 furlong right distance for himself. I think the danger comes from Skyfall and Market King.
Yeah.
They are the bottom weight, so these are the 2 danger to look for.
Skyfall won quite impressively in race number 11 on the opening weekend, and I've put her in this race because there's no Class 2 race till the 18th of September. I'm going in 3 kilos dead. I have to beat Market King. Market King is going much better than me on the scales now. But she's worked well, she's feeling well. I'm taking a chance and putting her in here. She's worked very well. That's the only reason why I accepted with her. But there's Market King and Endeavour. These are the 2 horses we have to beat.
baby race rather. 3-year-old maidens, Golden Neil, ridden by Joy Chinoy, and Prince Igor, ridden by Akash Agarwal. Prince Igor is a very immature horse. He's still got a long way to come. And Golden Neil is being ridden by Joy, who's had a good race last time. But I think beating Pacey Shroff's Sierra del Plata will be difficult, because if you see the mock race, Sierra del Plata has gone a brilliant mock race.
Balenciaga, bit disappointing. She ran fifth on the opening day. Kimiko beat her there shorthead after getting left. I think we have to beat Kimiko, and there's some first outing runners like Pacey's Sierra de la Plata and Imtiaz's Silver Spring.
She's a Win Legend filly. She's a light frame filly. She's had one start here. I think 6 was a bit too sharp for her. She was a little tardy at the gates, but she made up good ground towards the end. And we've given her enough practice out of the gates. And she's running a 7 now, which I still think it's a little sharp, but she's got a lot of ability, and she'll be right there. There is one horse of Mr. Shroff's. She's well bred, she's working well, she's gone for a mock race, but the field is a very open field. There is nothing outstanding. So let's see. My filly's improved a bit. She's more mature now, and she'll put in a cracker of a race.
And the other one is running for the first time, Prenia. She's making her racing debut. She's also worked well. I'm hoping she also runs a good race. Track work has been decent. Can't say it's first time, so I'm not very excited, but I'm hopeful.
Sierra de la Plata is a really nice filly. She's running a 7 furlong maiden. Trevor rides her as well. She's worked well. I gave her a mock race last week, which she did well. And I think she'll run a very big race. Well, she's galloped last week in a mock, and so she's got a feel of the track. So I think she'll do well. There is a horse, I think, that is being trained by Hosi. I think that's the horse that's the danger. So it's working well.
Then I have a horse called Silver Springs, running for the first time. She's a Fiero filly, decent filly. PS Chavan rides her, and I think she's running a maiden set. I think she can score.
Yeah, Gust Eagle's first run in the season. She's worked very well. She's got a chance. She'd have preferred the Bombay track because it's a longer straight. She comes from behind. She doesn't have that initial speed, but she should run a good race today. Yeah, but there's Faisal Cypher and Northern Singer won very impressively for Naren the other day. Those are the horses I think I have to beat.
I have Blazing Bay in the 5 furlong. Last time it was a bit disappointing. I think the going that day, it was heavy rain, and I had put a 5 kilo apprentice, Haridas Gore, and I don't think he did. He galloped in the rain. The going was sticky, and he just didn't put his best foot forward. Subsequently, he's worked well, and he's feeling well, and this time Bhavani rides him, and a stronger jockey with a stick will make a difference. He'll run a good race. It's a very tough race. There are some very fast horses, but there's Sufia, which is a good horse. Cypher, who's put in a couple of cracking runs. I think Cypher's the horse everyone has to beat.
Cypher has been quite consistent this season, and hopefully, I hope she does well tomorrow. And just a bit of cause of concern would be that going over 5 furlongs. So, but I still hope for the best. She's basically, I've just kept her fresh, just canted her around because she's already had a couple of races under her belt, so she doesn't need much. And she's a light frame really, so that's why.
In the Yogender Singh Trophy, I've got Northern Singer. She's a runaway winner last time, but it is possible that she liked the going very much that day. And I've been studying the form on her, and she always likes the outside draw. Earlier also she won from draw 12, then she won from 13. Today she's drawn 1, and it's an apprentice riding. So I'm just fingers crossed she can do well again. And maybe if it rains, I would say definitely good chance.
This race I got Marlboro Man running. It's a age group race, so I put him in it. Last time he had a bad eye injury, couldn't do anything. Let's hope he runs a decent race here.
Tomorrow in the sixth race, I got Power of Nith, older horse, but last time he did better, ran fourth, and tomorrow he has got a chance. Not special, but he has got a chance in this race. That field is an open field actually. He is running with a chance, that's it.
Magic in the Wind runs in the 7 furlongs. She's running after a long time. She's had a share of problems, and I'm hoping that she runs a good race.
12th is my own horse. He's come back from a tendon, and I've just kept him on the treadmill. He's run one race. He, like Victoria Peak, will need another run, but we'll do our best and see how he runs.
All right. And
I think there's Cognoso of Wahid and Between Friends, Magic in the Wind. It looks an open race otherwise.
My next runner is Anushka in the 7th race, ridden by Sandesh. She's been quite consistent again, and I think she should put up a good show. Anushka, the first season of race of the season, she won, and then she ran a good 4th. She got a bit interference out there, and I've brought her down in a class. So let's hope for the best, like I said.
Then I have a horse called Wafi running. He's as old as the hills.
Okay.
He's done nothing of consequence. And just because he's a grey, we're trying to keep him in the stable, like a show horse. So let's hope he does something of value tomorrow.
Definitely in form. He's run a super race last time called Royal Castle, being ridden by my rider Dashrath Singh. And it's a medium sort of a field, and I would give him a very good chance in this race.
Mystical Rose, she is carrying top weight, though I have claimed 3.5 kilo allowance. There are 2 horses in that race. Is one Dragoness, who is working very well, though she has a gait issues. And the Skyhawk, who last time had a very suggestive run, who ran second with Amin Merchant. So these are 2 horses to look for. Mystical Rose, she's keeping herself very well. She's fit. She's knocking the door. I hope she wins.
The next one is Dragoness, who is a bad starter. If she takes a start, she'll win. She herself is a danger, because if she takes a start, then she's good.
Yeah.
She's a different class.
Okay.
If she doesn't take a start, then bad luck.
Then in the last race, I've got a horse called Tyrone Black. Again, he comes up against one horse which I think is way above the others, called Dragoness.
Yes.
She's looking well, working well, and seen her jump out. She's a superior quality. If she breaks even and jumps out quick, it'll be very tough to beat her. And second chance, I would give my own horse.
Okay.
If that one is slow, then mine.
Horses, I have a horse called Full of Grace.
Yes.
She's drawn quite deep. She's drawn 13. Last time the boy Trevor rode her, he couldn't ride her because she got in a lot of trouble. There's a horse called Tyrone Black. That's the horse of danger to everybody. He's a champion jockey ace of this rides.
8th race, I got 2 runners, Speculator and Demetrius. Unfortunately, Demetrius got withdrawn the last time. I think he'll give a good measure of himself. Speculator can make it to the place.
Mira's Touch runs in the last race. It's a 14 horse field from out of the 7 furlong. It's a turning track up the hill, and 14 horses going hell for leather.
Yeah.
It's anybody's race, but she was a little unlucky last time. She got hemmed into the rails, but she's drawn 10. If she gets into a good position, she'll be right there. She'll also put in a good effort. She's worked well. No, it's all about the draws. You can't practice for draw 1, draw 10. You can't practice like that. She is quick out of the gate. She breaks level. She takes a nice jump. Then it depends. The jockeys have to improvise on the spot. It's a spot decision in a big field. You really can't plan for a race. You have to adapt as it unfolds. Let's see how Bhavani fares. Yeah, I'll be there in the first 3.
Skyhawk showed some promise in his last start. He finished a decent second. But I feel this is a tougher set that he's running against. I hope he puts up a good show. I think Full of Grace ran a very promising race last time out. Though he finished fifth, it was a very close race he ran, and the ones that he's run against have come out and won. So he's one of the main contenders along with Mythical Rose of Manish. So I think these two horses are very much. He's been decent, but like I said, it's a much tougher set than what he raced against last time out. So I hope for the best.
Redefined is an older horse, had quite a bad setback in Bombay, so he's just recovered.
Okay.
Worked reasonably well, hoping he does his best. And Nazil rides both of them.
In the 8th race, Power of Infinity. He is not running a good races, so I hope he runs well this time and runs with the field.
Mariela, she's a late maturing filly. She's run 4 times in Bombay, and this is her first run in Pune. She had a set of problems, but she's come right now, and we are hoping to see that she runs well, and we'll take it up from there. She did work well recently, and let's hope that she runs as she worked.